Okay, everyone. So tomorrow is the 4th of July. So I don't know how many of you are going to the beach, the lake. Maybe you're just staying home around the pool or whatever. But I made this cute little tote using the Notes and Totes bundle. I put in a package of lemonade, a chapstick. This is strawberry ice pop. A little chocolate. That's probably not the best idea if you're going to be in the sun, but you could put some hard candies, and then a little package of sunscreen. I got these on Amazon a while back, but you can, I think you could probably find them in the trial size in the stores. So like I said, we're going to use the Notes and Totes bundle. The stamp set and the dies. I really didn't make a tag for this. I didn't even put ribbon on it because all the little accents do all the work. And then we're also going to use the Around It All dies, just a circle one, and it's the 6th to the smallest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I took out number 6. So let's get started. So first of all, for our base, we're going to use a piece of crumb cake. And then this is just from the designer series paper. I just wanted to make the base a little bit stronger since, you know, it's going to hold all that stuff. So let's cut our, you know, if there wasn't probably so much weight, I wouldn't mind. But I just wanted it to have a sturdier base. And I believe if you were just using a regular piece of cardstock here, it would be 3 by 3 for this circle. Again, it's the 6th to the, move this over, 6 to the smallest. So now we're going to cut, this is the one from the, you know, the packaging from the designer series paper. You could probably use the white one as well that comes in there. I just cut mine at 3 inches. Like I said, here's the full sheet. Well, full sheet except for what I cut off. I cut it at 3 inches. So this was 12 by 12 that comes in the cardstock. And I just cut that off. Okay, so now we have those 2 pieces. We're gonna go ahead and stamp our crumb cake piece with pecan pie, and we're gonna use the little, I think it looks like sand. I'm making it look like sand. So our beach tote is at the beach. But again, it doesn't matter if you're going to the lake, to the beach, going poolside. We're just having a fun tote. So just stamp that all around. And let me get my glue. Let's line this up to where it goes. I probably have this the wrong way. Yep, there it goes like so. So we're just gonna glue that on. And like I said, if you don't have the backing, you could probably just put a couple of layers of cardstock as well. Just layer it up maybe 2 or 3 times. And that's, again, depends on the weight that you're gonna put inside your tote. I clean this off right away. I didn't even have this in the center. You know, sometimes the pressure where your stamping is going to be. We're going to set that aside, and we got a lot of die cutting to do. So let's get our die cutting going. We're going to cut a lot of pieces. So we're going to do one of our sides of our tote. And this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Now this piece, I put adhesive strip on there for the glasses, sunglasses, but we're only gonna use this part, the outer rim. So I'm gonna put that, where's my, I think right here. We need a Calypso Coral Starfish. We need some of these accents. I'm just gonna put both of those on there since they come with two, because we're decorating both sides. And we're going to need these. Again, this doesn't need, because I'm just using this frame part. I'm trying to be frugal with my adhesive sheet. That way I didn't have to put adhesive sheet all the way on. Okay, so let's cut these out. And we're gonna need two sets of kind of everything. So these are the little accents. Let me get those, everything out of the way, because we're gonna need another tote. We don't need another starfish, so we can get that one out of the way. Our sunglasses, you know, they have these hearts that you can use for something else. They're cute. Let me grab my little, so on this one, see, we just wanted this for the frame, that's all. We're gonna use the silver foil for the inside of the glasses. So let me, okay, let's get all our next pieces up. We need another tote. So there goes another tote. We're gonna need some more of these. I call these the accents. So it's the bottom of the bag and then the like straps. So we're gonna need another one of those because we're gonna decorate both sides. We also need our handles, so we're gonna need two of those. I'll put that on. And then we need a little shell, a seashell. And this is very vanilla. All right, let me get all these pieces. These are all these little, it's like build your own tote, which is basically what it is. Originally, when I had designed this, I wasn't using like red, white, and blue because at the time it wasn't 4th of July. I can show you my original one once I get, okay, totes out of the way. We're done with the tote. Our little shell. I think we already cut a round piece. Oh, I know what we forgot is our scarf. Oh, and then the silver glasses. So this white piece, basic white, we're gonna use for the scarf. And then again, I put adhesive sheet on the back of the silver foil, but actually I don't think I needed it. I need, what do I need? I need this part. So we're just gonna put that on there. Last time with the red, we used that. And then I think we have all our pieces. This is like a paper doll, you're putting it together. So we just want that piece of the silver. Like I said, I put silver foil on, adhesive sheet, but you didn't need adhesive sheet. I was getting ahead of myself. You know, I've had a busy, crazy week. This video's not live because my brother and sister-in-law came in yesterday. So I'm busy entertaining. Grab a scratch piece of paper. Don't ask me why I like to keep this clean. So on our scarf, we're gonna use the flowered stamp. We're gonna use real red and just stamp over the scarf. And if you don't want to get ink on you, there you go. Okay. Move this out of the way. Clean this because I always end up getting ink on me somehow. All right, so let's get all our pieces together again. We have 2 blueberry bushel totes. We have 2 sets of these. I gotta pop my other ones out. They do stick pretty good because they have the stitching in them, which is pretty good. I have a LL Bean tote just like this that I've had for years, and I've been wanting to replicate it and I haven't. Uh-oh, we need another handle. I forgot I only did one, but I've been wanting to replicate it and I haven't. And here's all our little accents. Oh, that's another thing. We need some more silver. So good thing I have a little bit of silver, because I'm doing the buckle, which is this tiny piece here. I think that's what it is, a buckle. So we need that, and we need that. So I need just the, here's our shell, here's our starfish, here's our glasses. A lot of pieces, right? Like I said, it's like paper dolls. So we don't need the glasses. I just need another handle, and we need these little buckle things. So what are the odds? I'm gonna move this aside. Me putting this right on top of those pieces, and maybe none of them getting stuck. So I need to change my plates, and I even have new plates. So since I only need that little buckle, I'm just gonna put those on there, since this was the scrap I had. And let's tear this, put our handle we need. Uh-oh, how come it doesn't look like it's gonna fit? Can we make it? Can we make it? I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. All right. And it's all good. And then our little buckles. Get this. This is all garbage now. So I guess it's a good thing maybe I did put that adhesive sheet onto the silver, because then the buckles now have adhesive behind them. So calling it a buckle, what would you call it? It's not necessarily a buckle. It's like the thing when you close your purse. This little guy. Can't think of what to call it other than a buckle. Oops. I'm fumbling around here. Okay. Get that out of the way. Handle. So once you get all these pieces, it's not bad. Okay, so let's put our accents on our bags before. Oh, so what I like to do is line up my handle, like where I'm gonna put it on my tip. So like so. So then I know my straps are, you know, I used this set last week too, not realizing I was gonna use it again. Oops, that glue might have came out way too much. So we wanna put these on. And I probably went through the same thing last week, saying, you know, last week was a blur because my sister had just passed away. So the reason I do that is then I can line my handle right up on the straps. And then we'll put this one on. This one, look, has a little bit of adhesive. I guess I cut some of that adhesive. So we'll take that off. And our glue. Now these line up perfectly with the sides of your bag. This one, I must have not. I put it a little bit too low, but we'll trim that once we're done. So repeat. Put where you want your handle. I'm saying right there. And as you guys could tell, I don't draw a very straight line. Let's go use this. This is one of my favorite tools, and Stampin' Up! Does not carry it anymore. So make sure these are above the line, and then that way they won't show. I use this thing for everything. So let's glue our handle. And oh, you get a little tiny bit of glue on you, and then it sticks to everything. So let's put glue on here. Now I'm probably gonna do something different than other people that you have seen. I'm actually not gonna glue these little tabs. I think I didn't glue this well. Okay, so let's put these on, and I'm just gonna use a little dab of glue. These little triangles. These again are the accents. Oops. Take your pick tool. Again, this putty thing is my buddy. So shall we try and take that adhesive off, or should I just put glue? Because this piece is so tiny. Actually, I got the adhesive backing off, and then this is just gonna lay right on. Whoa. Okay. Right like so. There you go. Let's try the other one. I didn't realize my nails kind of match my tote. I did my nails the other day. They're just shortest that they've ever been. And I kind of wanted to do something for the 4th of July. Okay, so there. Now let's do our glasses real quick. So I wanted these to be the shiny side. You could do them black, you could do them. So let's take the adhesive. So you definitely want to put adhesive on the back of this, because this is so thin. I think my original one I did with glue. And of course I had glue everywhere, and especially on the silver foil. Okay, let me show you my original one so that I don't forget. So here's my original that I had created, and I was using the new in colors. So this is Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, and Darling Duckling. The only one I didn't use was Cloud Cover, but this was my original. So again, like I said, I wanted to do these for the 4th of July. So all these score lines, you just want to fold them. This little tab has these 2 tiny ones. And like I said, I'm not even going to glue them. You can if you want. They do line up. So let's do these. It's nice. Do you guys remember the rustic crate? They had all the score lines perfectly on that one as well. And so let's do these now and just follow the score lines, and these will fall all right in place. Those little ones. And here's where mine, I went over, and we get to snip. Now you can't even tell. All right, score line. This is kind of the hardest part, is putting this tote together. But once you put it together, you're all good. So these are all going to just line up like so. And you can use, I'm going to do tear and tape just so that I don't get glue all over. Where is my end of my tear and tape? Here it is. So put some tear and tape. take this off. Now watch, I hope I don't mess this up. Because I'm thinking I just might mess it up. And we're gonna add some tear and tape to this one because I want both of my flaps facing towards the back. So you'll just have to look at yours to where, and I'll explain. And I actually, did I do it wrong? So line up your score lines again. So see, this one is, no, did I do, no, it's facing to the back and this one's facing to the back. So now here's where these little tabs, like I said, you can glue them in there, but just put this one down. I'm gonna add tear and tape here to hold my bottom in, and then we'll tuck those other ones in. Like I said, you can glue the little tabs, but for me, so I'm tucking those in, they'll just glue right on to the sides. And then I'm just gonna tuck these two in like so. You might have to push it in, and it does leave this little gap even if you were to glue them. See, they look, I mean, but there is that little hole, I guess I should say. So there is our tote, and for some reason I didn't put this one very well. Right here, mine's hanging over the side, so that might, I'm gonna trim it. You guys know I have a crooked head. I never put things on straight. So now these are all glued on. Now we're gonna put our tote like so. So what I did is I just added some glue to the bottom. And then stuck it right on my piece of sand. And then you could just hold it down for a minute. And ta-da, there's our little tote that stands a little stronger. So here's our glasses. Now we can add all our little goodies. Where is my scarf? I hope I didn't throw it away. Do you guys see it anywhere? Okay, well, we'll find the scarf in a second. Maybe it fell on the floor. It's funny how oh, I bet you it's under, is it, yep, look, under the cut and emboss. And so this actually has a little score line on it too, so your scarf could flop out. I'm just gonna glue mine right there. So it's like hanging on my bag. And I am gonna use glue dots on my seashell because I want it to kind of like stand up. So we're gonna put it over here to make it look like it's standing here next to my bag. Like I collected that bag. And we'll use a glue dot on our starfish. And now he can hang over the, oops. He can hang over the side. Because like this is something that you're gonna, like you can just give somebody. And then we're gonna add some glue dots, even though I have adhesive sheet on there, on our sunglasses. So that they can be over here on the side, like they are hanging on the side of your bag, hanging over. All right, what else do we have? Is that it already? So the front and the back is decorated. Wow, that was kind of quick. I didn't expect it to be, I mean, put in the bag so we could put all our goodies in there. And like I said, you know, you probably don't want chocolate, but what else would you put in here to go to the beach? That's it, we're done. Wow, I did not think that was it. But see, because it's sturdier, because we had that bottom, you have a nice base, you could fit a lot in there. So you know these dies, let me show you. Well, you guys seen them last week too, but they have the cute water bottle. We could have did sunscreen, lotion, you know, there's other things. There's this little tag, and I was gonna put the tag, but there's really not a sentiment that fits in that tag. So if you want, you could, like sending warm wishes, relax and enjoy, add a tag and tie it around the handles or stick it to your sunscreen. There's a lot of options. So there you go. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a video next week because I have the family in town and they don't go back till like the 11th, I believe. So we'll see. I'll let you know. You guys just keep watching my Facebook page and enjoy. Happy 4th of July. Stay safe. All right, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.